In this chapter, we will focus on the emergency test feature, which can be operated via the ActiveAhead app. Node Advanced-based nodes support DALI Device Type 1, DT1, emergency lighting devices. I will click on the emergency test button. No emergency tests have been performed on my app yet. I will click on the new test icon. I will enter a new site name. For example, I am in the Dartford office, so I will type Dartford in the site name. We can choose what type of test we want to run. There are two types that we can select: function test or duration test. I want to run a function test, therefore I choose this and click OK. Let's click the Create New Emergency Test button. The test template has been created and we can move to the area where we want this function executed. I will click the Start Testing button. The app starts scanning and connects to the nearest node in the ActiveAhead network. When our phone is connected to the nearest node, we begin discovering all emergency lights within the area. The number of discovered nodes is shown at the top and the testing will begin. In my scenario, I have one room on the 8th floor with node ID 35861. When the testing is finished in our area, we get a notification that we can move to a different space if devices are missing from our test. I will click OK. The area is complete. I will confirm this. I will choose the Generate Report button. We'll be asked where this PDF file is saved on our device. I will save it to the download folder for now. And finally, this is our preview of the report file. We are back in the emergency test view. Let's create a duration test. I will enter a new site name. For example, I am in the Dartford office, so I will type Dartford in the site name. We can choose what type of test we want to run. There are two types that we can select. I want to run a duration test, therefore I choose this and click OK. Let's click the Create New Emergency Test button. Unlike the function test, the app does not automatically start the duration test because they drain the device's battery. Running the duration test on all devices simultaneously could cause the entire building to go dark in a real emergency. Let's click the Start Testing button. The app will now start scanning the network and bring the list of discovered emergency luminaire within the area. After starting testing, you will need to choose either Run or Skip the test for each device. Select Run for the devices you want to test now. Select Skip if you want to skip the duration test. Please ensure that you do not run the test on more than half of the devices on the site simultaneously. In my example, I will select node 52660, which has two emergency luminaires. And I will perform the test by pressing the Run Test icon. The test on those two emergencies has been executed, and I can now return to the previous screen or skip the other luminaire I don't want to test at this moment. When the tests have completed, you need to collect the results. To do that, use the same locations where you have started the tests if possible. Select the ongoing test from the emergency test list and press Continue. The app will automatically fetch results for nearby devices that have finished the test. But again, you need to start the test for devices that were previously skipped.